across the country, yet somehow, someway, you find yourself right here.
The energy in the room shifted. A dark cloud descended. Caitlin Clark, the brightest star in sports, looked visibly sick, her face contorting at the sight of one particular reporter. It wasn't just a bad mood, it was a physical aversion. A stark, undeniable reaction to Scott Agnes, the Fieldhouse Files reporter who had seemingly followed her across the country, just to stand before her again. This wasn't professional annoyance. It was pure, unadulterated contempt etched across her features. A silent public declaration of a deep-seated grievance that would leave onlookers stunned. Her usually bright demeanor vanished, replaced by a strained effort to remain composed, revealing a conflict that ran far deeper than anyone had imagined. The visual alone spoke volumes, a narrative of division unfolding in real time right before our eyes, betraying her true feelings. Something serious had clearly transpired to elicit such a powerful negative response from the usually composed athlete, marking a moment of genuine raw emotion. Imagine that person at work or a family gathering whose presence instantly darkens the atmosphere, making you uncomfortable, almost ill. You wouldn't be disrespectful, but your responses would be clipped, brief, a forced politeness devoid of any warmth. That palpable shift in energy is precisely what played out when Caitlin Clark encountered Scott Agnes. The air became thick with unspoken tension, a stark departure from the typical athlete-reporter dynamic. Her body language screamed discomfort, a clear signal that this was not a casual interaction, but a confrontation she was forced to endure. The contrast was so stark, so undeniable, it left no room for interpretation about her true feelings regarding his presence. This wasn't a mere dislike. It was a deeply ingrained aversion that manifested physically, painting a vivid picture of division and disdain in public view. When Scott Agnes approached, his questions about competitive juices and putting on a show anticipating fans were met with a rigid, almost robotic response. Clark struggled to muster any genuine enthusiasm. Her smile strained, her eyes devoid of the usual sparkle. The interaction felt forced, a chore she was enduring rather than engaging with. It was clear she was working hard to compose herself, to hide the deep-seated discomfort his presence ignited. This wasn't the vibrant, effervescent Caitlin Clark fans had come to adore. It was a guarded, almost resentful version, clearly wanting the exchange to end as quickly as possible. The tension was undeniable, a stark visual representation of the division Agnes had apparently sown, now manifesting directly in front of the camera, leaving everyone to ponder the true extent of their strained relationship. Then, a complete transformation. Caroline Collins from Visit St. Pete, Clearwater stepped forward, and it was like watching a different person entirely. Caitlin Clark's face lit up, a genuine radiant smile blooming, lighting up like a Christmas tree. Perfect eye contact, positive admiration, full acknowledgement, every sign of warmth and engagement was present. The shift was jarring, a powerful visual demonstration of how deeply her emotions were tied to the person asking the question. Here was the Caitlin Clark everyone recognized. Joyful, articulate, and completely at ease, ready to share personal anecdotes about her family vacations. This wasn't just politeness, it was a sincere connection, showcasing her true personality when interacting with someone she genuinely appreciated. A stark, undeniable contrast that spoke volumes about her disdain for Agnes.